whilst AI certainly has changed multiple different landscapes in 2023, from professional creators to businesses and everything in between, because it's still in its infancy, it was not my top tech of 2023. Hey everyone and welcome. I'm Tuvia Pincus, glad to have you on this channel where we talk all things product marketing and tech. And on that note, it's time for my 2023 year in review. We've seen some amazing products, some amazing marketing strategies, some amazing activations, and everything in between, as well as some really advanced tech be launched over 2023. But in this list, we're going to go through some of my favorites, some things I use every day, and other things which I know made a massive impact, whether to the customer or to the businesses that have introduced these new products in tech. So on that note, let's get into it. Let's start off with products. And for me, the following list is all about the things that I have used in every single day, whether it be in my work or my personal capacity. I simply cannot live without the following products and services. So to kick things off with something quite simple, I've actually been using this for multiple years, but in this particular year, it's become almost priceless for me. And that's on my work note. I actually use OneNote. So OneNote is a Microsoft application, which I'm sure most of you already know, but allows you to manage your different projects, your different work pages and quote unquote notebooks in a very seamless manner. It allows you to categorize things, tag things, and really keeps all your work, which previously you may have used in multiple different journals, in one specific place. But the key thing here for me, and particularly when I'm managing different vendors and contractual relationships, is the ability to search. So that's searching your entire notebook, searching the pages within your notebooks. That search function has saved me and has enabled me to do so much of my work in a much more efficient way. And particularly in 2023, where I had multiple contract negotiations and needing for me to be on the ball consistently, that feature has been absolutely clutch. Secondly, my work capacity really has been the use of Jira and Trello. You know, previously I've kind of shied away from that quite a lot because I thought the admin work to keep those things up to date just wasn't there in terms of its value. But this year I've really tried to manage all my tasks, detail all of them down, take it from my roadmap, then task them out. And as the weeks and months have progressed, I've managed to tick those off and move them along the different Trello boards and along the different Jira cycles and processes. So one, it gives us a sense of accomplishment, but two, it really enables me to go back and look and see what I've accomplished over the last 12 months. So those have been really the services and software pieces that I've used over 2023. But from an actual hardware perspective, you know, I've got to jump in and talk about the setup that I'm currently using today, because really my main source of hardware has been this, being a creator. So I can't show you this, but I'm actually recording this off my iPhone 11. Yes, I said iPhone 11. I love technology, but I'm a big believer in purchasing the biggest bang for your buck at the moment when you need it. So keep your phones, keep all your laptops, keep your technology as long as you can until the last moment where it's literally on its last legs, and then go out and purchase the best one for you, whether that's cost, budget, value, anything in your category that you can afford at that point in time. So for me, my iPhone 11 is working great. It enables me to record all these videos and then some, and also enables me to do all the work that I need for all my work purposes as well. Aside from that, I'm using a current lav mic, I've got multiple tripods, and I've also got a light which sits in front of me. And really that's my setup. So those products have obviously been clutch for me over 2023. On the note of managing best for your buck, I think we have to move on to some of the unbelievable marketing campaigns that we saw in 2023. So, onto marketing. I don't think this list can be complete without talking about Barbie as an absolute pop icon and absolute cultural moment in 2023. We all know just how amazing their marketing was, but have we actually looked at the numbers? So whenever we talk about Barbie, we often talk about it with Oppenheimer, but for today's purposes, I'm just going to focus on Barbie. And the numbers which are coming out as the movie has kind of climax and come to its end over sort of, you know, the back end of 2023, we saw that it cost around $300 million to make, and that includes all the different budgets, all the overheads, all the actors. Of that 300 mil, about half, so about 150 mil was just dedicated to their marketing campaigns. So we've all seen how amazing their marketing campaigns have been over 2023, but what did that 150 mil actually include? Well, we saw all the billboards, all the activations, all the pink carpets, and everything in between. It even sparked an absolute social media phenomenon, from all the memes to we saw dress ups, to the point where even actors and I suppose the common folk like us were having Barbie themed 40 and 50, 30, 20 parties dedicated in no uncertain terms to Barbie. So that 150 mil definitely stretched and went really, really far. But just because they spent a whole heap of money, what did they actually get back for it? Well, we do know now that Barbie as a whole has made over $1 billion. Some have been reporting, like Variety, that they've made over $1.4 billion. So if you take their math into account, for every dollar that they actually spent on marketing, they've made in revenue about $6,666. That is insane, an insane return on investment. So well done to Barbie, and really they were probably the standout marketing campaign or global marketing campaign in 2023. On the topic of success, if you've been liking this content and all the content through 2023, be that good girl or guy and hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. Really, really appreciate it, and it will go really far for me and for our audience. So the next one for me, I'm going to categorize in something called marketing via hopes, dreams, and wonder. And really this was exemplified by the TV show on Apple TV called Ted Lasso, a series of passion, emotion, and cognitive thought. As every episode went on, you really thought about the different elements which people manage and fight through every single day. And it really was a series all about belief in oneself and belief in your teammates. And that was exemplified via an out-of-home marketing campaign where we saw the US national team have billboards in the theme of Ted Lasso, really encouraging the nation to get behind the US soccer team and hoping and praying that we can all believe that they can win something. So out of home, plus the different Twitter campaigns, really enabled the Ted Lasso brand to be built on this idea of belief and drove customers to both Apple TV Plus and to watch the show Ted Lasso. In fact, according to Nielsen, Ted Lasso was on the top 10 most viewed list over 11 times throughout its series 3, the last series run, and it had about 1.2 billion watched minutes. So I guess all the marketing paid off in the end. All in all, marketing had a great year, and I can't wait to see what comes in 2024, which really, in the idea of brilliance, brings us to the next category of tech. Overall, we saw some amazing tech launches in 2023, from the likes of different mobile silicon chips to the likes of new advanced laptop chips and graphics and everything in between. But the following are some of my most notable standouts for 2023. Firstly, let's start off with the absolute obvious, but you cannot make a list about tech without talking about AI. And since 12 months ago, AI has really just blown up, from the likes of ChatGPT to thousands of different integrations, whether that be with ChatGPT or other integrations, and AI just popping up within platforms like Canva, like Adobe, where you can simply ask the prompt to that software and it will generate new things, whether that's a new landscape, an additional landscape to a picture, and everything in between. So AI definitely had an absolute moment in 2023. I think it's not there yet. I think there is so much more to come, and we're seeing those things like the announcement from ChatGPT for standalone GPTs, giving businesses the ability to create their own GPTs by simply uploading previous files like different strategy documentations, different FAQs, and that can act whether internally within businesses or to an external customer facing audience to allow them to interact with your company in unbelievable ways. So there was so much launched. So having said that, and whilst AI certainly has changed multiple different landscapes in 2023, from professional creators to businesses and everything in between, because it's still in its infancy, it was not my top tech of 2023. Which leads me to my actual top tech of 2023, which might come as some of a shock: foldables. Yes, foldables. And I know they've been around for many, many years now, but I actually think in addition to AI and Barbie having a moment in 2023, foldables really had a moment in 2023. And there were two main reasons. Firstly, because we have seen the likes of multiple different competitors enter the space. Previously, we've had Samsung and Microsoft to an extent, but now we've got the likes of Oppo, we've got Xiaomi, we've got OnePlus really entering the market as strong competitors, to the point where, for me and multiple different reviewers, the best foldables for the year were both from Oppo, meaning the Oppo Find N3, and from OnePlus, the OnePlus Open. Both outstanding phones. Yes, they're owned by the same manufacturer, but it doesn't matter. They're both unique phones in and of themselves, and they were definitely the standout foldables for 2023. So in addition to new competitors, we've also seen the price or barrier to entry reduce significantly. And that is in part thanks to Razer or Motorola. Yes, I said Razer. They really dropped the price of their phones so that they're more affordable for your average customer. And they've also brought out a new flagship, which really is a strong competitor to the likes of the Samsung Flip. And so this has translated into a 43% year-on-year growth, according to TrendForce, of foldable growth. And that's only going to exponentially grow. So they've sold about 18.3 million units in 2023. Doesn't sound like a whole heap, but when you think of the barriers to entry and the fact that it kind of is still in its infancy and there's a long way to go for it to be mature, that's quite a lot of handhelds to be sold, and that's just in the US. So those are my list for product marketing and tech. Really keen to hear your thoughts. Let me know what your products, services, tech, marketing of the year for 2023 were in the comments, and we'll chat there. And as always, please be that good girl or guy and give this video a like and subscribe to the channel and do that extra good little deed to bring a little light in the world. Until next time.